Hello everyone, welcome in today to the Raiders franchise. Today we're going to be taking on the Saints and the Colts in this one. We're going to go ahead and do some double headers to finish out this season. That's been pretty rough. We still only have one victory on the season, which is really disappointing. I was hoping for, better than that, honestly. As we look at injuries this week, Devontae Adams is out and Brandon Faceyson also got hurt. We're going to go ahead and just throw him on injured reserve. I could care less if he comes back. So we'll let him sit out for the season. And we decided to sign Jakeem Grant. And we're going to move him from receiver to halfback. And that's just because I want a receiving option. And I think with his speed, he could give us a boost in the backfield. Looking at him, he looks like a really good player, man. So I'm excited to see what he can do. He's going to get some touches, mostly as a receiving back, like I said. We have an upgrade for Nesta, Jade, Silvera. And honestly, that wasn't much. But any upgrade for him is a good upgrade. We got agility and 5 play rec. Next thing we're going to do is look to get into re-signing some players, and Nate Hobbs is the first one up. We're going to go ahead and throw that offer his way, and he takes the 4-year deal. Next up's Trayvon Merrick. He's going to get a 2-year deal. I'm not committed to him long-term. That's why I didn't want to go longer with this contract, and he goes ahead and signs it. So we now keep 2 of our secondary members around for the long-term. Now let's get into this one, as Gabriel Bowens is going to take it out of the end zone, and he only makes it to the 17. He should have taken a knee. But with his dynamic ability, you know what? You got to give this kid chances. Russ comes in looking pretty good, honestly. 11 touchdowns, 7 picks. That's quite an improvement over the quarterback play we've had so far in this series, as we go to Damian Harris, who fights ahead for 9 yards to begin the day. That's a great start to this one. If you're unfamiliar with how this format works, what we do is we open up by showing each team's opening drive, and then after that, it's just big plays. Then when they get down inside of the 30, we'll show off the rest of the series. We're going to go ahead and hand it off to Damian Harris on 3rd and 1 to keep this drive alive, as he converts that one. So right back out in the single back formation, we're going to go underneath to tight end Robert Tunyon. That's a short 2-yard gain, setting up a second down that we go to Damian Harris, and he has a lot of space on the ground. He's out to the 45, and he's pushing ahead to the 46-yard line. That's a great run by our starting running back. We're going to go right back to him and see if he can keep this momentum he's gained early in this one going, and unfortunately, he only picked up 3 there. But second down, we go right down the middle of the field to Michael Mayer, who was uncovered down the seam. That's a huge play. The Raiders offense actually looks efficient here, as Damian Harris again finds space around the edge. That goes for 5. This offense is looking as good as it has the entire series, truthfully, as we go to up the middle, and that's a short gain, setting up a 3rd and 4. And we find our top receiver in this one, Jacoby Myers, for the first down. He's going to have to step up, as we're missing Devontae Adams in this one, like I mentioned earlier. We go to our receiving back, Greg Harwick, for the short carry there. Second down from the 13-yard line for the Raiders, looking to pass. Russ steps up in the pocket, and Larry Ogunjobi takes him down. That's going to set up a 3rd and long for the Raiders, and they haven't been very good at these. Wilson throws it quick, and he misses Michael Mayer, who was wide open. That should have been 6 on the board right there. That's the exact thing that's plagued the Raiders all season, and why they only have 1 victory, as the field goal's up and good, and they do take an early 3-0 lead here today. Looking at Derek Carr, he has been not that great, honestly, and truthfully, he hasn't been very good for New Orleans his entire time there. We'll see if he can rebound, though, today, as he goes down the field to Jawan Johnson for the first down there. So they're going to send a guy in motion. They're going to fake it to him, hand it to Alvin Kamara for his first carry. He only went for 1. We read that perfectly. So 2nd and long, looking to pass his Carr down the field, and he again has an open receiver. But that high pass made Chris Olave not be able to hold on there. So now on 3rd down, he's got to go down the field, and look who it is. It's Jawan Johnson once again for the Saints' first down, keeping this drive alive. His Carr has to throw it quick. That screen did not work out for him. Again, sending a guy in motion and handing it off to Kamara, and Max Crosby says, not today. I'm not giving you that. So 3rd and long, hopefully we can pin our ears back and get after him, and we do, except for it's Jerry Tillery. I would have expected it to be one of our edges. Either way, we end this drive. Now we're into the highlight portion. We go to Damian Harris on the next drive, and as you can see, that's a pretty good carry. But that is going to end your first quarter with the Raiders leading 3-0 here today. They have been better, actually, than the Saints all day. Their offense has been quite impressive, which isn't something I'm used to saying at all in this series. Is again, Damian Harris finds a lot of space up the middle. He has 8 rushes for 70 yards in this one. We're going to go right back to him, and this time he went backwards. That didn't work out. But it's 4th down, and we're going to go for it, and we find Hunter Renfrow open across the middle for the first down to keep this drive alive. As now we're inside of the 30, Damian Harris gets a carry. That's a short one, setting up a 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. Looking to pass this, Wilson feeling no pressure, goes underneath. That's Jacoby Myers holding on to it. That's going to give us a fresh set of downs at the 17-yard line, and we hand it off to Greg Harwick, and that didn't work. I think we got to get Jakeem Grant in there soon. Harwick isn't very dynamic at all. So on second down, Russ steps up in the pocket, tucks, runs, gets the first down, and more as he goes down at the 3-yard line. The Raiders are in prime position to put points on the board here as Wilson's going to throw a screen, and look who it is, Jakeem Grant for the touchdown. In his first game with the Raiders, he's going to get a score on his very first touch. That's a screen pass, and that's why we brought him in. The Raiders take a 10-0 lead here over the New Orleans Saints today. Let's see if they can answer with 4.5 minutes left as Carr goes down. That's Akeem Davis-Gaither making the play, the former Bengal. So that backs him up to a 3rd and 17, and they just throw a screen to Alvin Kamara. He breaks a tackle and gets stuffed out anyway. He wasn't close. It's 4th and 9. We're going to get the ball back. Let's see if we can continue to grow this lead as Russ runs play action, and he takes a sack. You can't do that. Tim Settle makes the play, backing us up to a 4th and 12 and forcing us to punt it back to the Saints as Kamara is going to go down. That's Max Crosby on 3rd down, stuffing him. Again, that's another quick 3 and out. So you can see the Raiders take over, and they find Jakeem Grant there for the first down with 1.5 minutes left in this quarter. They're going to go underneath. That's Jakeem Grant again, picking up 7. Down to 1:13 here in the second. Russ runs a little. He pump fakes, and then he misses an open Jacoby Myers. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, and he throws it quick across the middle. Michael Mayer holds on for the first down at the 20-yard line. 51 seconds left in the half. Russ to the end zone. That one's swatted away. A better throw, and Alontae Taylor can't get his hands on that. Second down screen. That's going to be Jakeem Grant once again getting the touch, and he takes that for a first down. He's actually added to our passing game here as Russ again goes to him underneath. That time he couldn't hold on. I'm not surprised. That was a pretty big hit by Alontae Taylor. 2nd and goal now. Russ feeling pressure and taking the sack. I'm pretty sure that was Ogunjobi once again. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 14 to the end zone goes Russ, and that's Michael Mayer holding on. The Las Vegas Raiders have a 17-0 lead over the Saints today. Wow, we haven't seen the Raiders come out this hot in a long time. They shut the Saints out in the first half, and they are dominating them on offense, and their defense has stifled them completely. We have a little bit of hope here to open up the second half. However, the Saints will get the ball first. We'll see if they're able to change the momentum of this game at all, as they just take a knee in the end zone, and they're going to bring Derek Carr out and see what he can do as he's looking to pass, feeling pressure, and down he goes. That's Max Crosby making the play and changing this drive as it's 3rd and 11 now for Derek Carr. He's got to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he finds Michael Thomas for the first down. Andrews Pete does get hurt on the play. That could affect the Saints as their O-line gets a little bit weaker. However, on 2nd and 10 here, Carr goes down the field, and that's Chris Olave wide open. Can he outrun Merrick? He cannot. He goes down at the 12, but that's a huge play and is doing exactly what the Saints need, giving them a little bit of momentum as Carr's moving again and goes underneath. That's Chris Olave holding on for a 5-yard gain, setting up 2nd down for Carr to throw again to Michael Thomas, and that's a short one, setting up 3rd and inches from the 2. They decide to go to their fullback, and Max Crosby backs him up. They couldn't go anywhere on that one. So it's 4th and 1, and they go for it and throw it to the end zone, and that's incomplete for Olave. Pressure caused Carr to miss that pass. We continue our shutout here halfway through the 3rd quarter. However, we are going to go 3 and out as that's nearly an interception thrown by Russell Wilson. So the Saints have pretty good field position for 3rd and 5, and that's a completion to Chris Olave for the first down to keep this drive going. It's 3rd and 7 now, though, and he's got to go down the field, and that's going to be intercepted by our newly signed corner, Nate Hobbs. We decide to keep him around for 4 years, and he pays it off by making a big play there, continuing this shutout for the Raiders as we're down to just under 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter as we go to Damian Harris on 3rd and 3, and he's going to get us that first down. That was a close call right there. It's 2nd and inches now, though. Harris again getting a carry and getting us the first down. We end the 3rd quarter leading this game 17-0. The Raiders have a shutout going, and this is probably the best they've looked all season, even in their previous victory, as we try to get our 2nd win and maybe get a little bit of momentum going here with this team as we have a 2nd and 6, and Russ takes a big hit on the edge. I believe that was Isaiah Foskey getting him down. We can't keep making these mistakes down in the red zone. It's plagued us all season. 3rd and 8 now. Russ got a pass going underneath. He finds Damian Harris, but he couldn't get to the sticks. That's 4th and 4. We're going to settle for a 37-yard field goal from Daniel Carlson. It should be pretty easy for him as the kick is up, and it is good. Raiders extend their lead to 20-0 with 8.5 minutes left in this one. Coach Caldwell's got to be feeling pretty good about how this game's going as they toss it underneath. That's Alvin Kamara making the play and getting the first down on third down there. So 3rd and 4, Carr throws it, and that's swatted away by Marcus Epps, a player that I didn't want to keep starting, but we don't have a replacement for. So 4th and 4, Saints got to go for this. They throw down the field, and that's going to be intercepted by Jacorian Bennett. The Raiders again shut out another drive and take over with 7 minutes left in this game, right around midfield, looking to add even more points on the board. It's 3rd and 5 now, and Russ is going to go down the field to Michael Mayer, who can't hold on. That's a missed opportunity. But we're going to go ahead and go for this. Let's see if Russ can convert. He steps up in the pocket, takes off, runs, gets the first down, cuts it back. He's down at the 29-yard line. Raiders continue marching on with 5 minutes left in this one. Russ again passing. That's a surprising decision as there's a flag on that play. I don't know what the penalty's going to be. They call pass interference on the defense. I would not have guessed that. I didn't see what Alontae Taylor did there, but maybe you can see it on replay. As Jakeem Grant gets the carry, and he's stuffed. He didn't go anywhere on that one. 2nd and long now, and Russ is going to drop back in the pocket, throw a screen to Jakeem Grant that was read perfectly by Ogunjobi, forcing us into a 3rd and 11 situation here as Russ again looking to pass, and he missed Michael Mayer there. That was just a bad throw. 3 minutes and 39 seconds left in this one. We're going to attempt a field goal and build our lead up even further. It's going to be up and good. Carlson drills it. 23-0. Raiders leading here today with 3:35 left. It looks like we're going to get our 2nd victory on the season, and we can finally feel something good about ourselves here. As Carr finds Rashid Shaheed for the huge play, bringing up a 2nd and 10, and Carr finds an open Jawan Johnson down the sideline. Thankfully, that throw let him out of bounds. That would have been a touchdown. 3:02 left in this one. They go underneath to Michael Thomas for the easy completion. Down to 2:45, still looking to hold on to our shutout. Ooh, we got lucky. That was another miss. Jawan Johnson should have had a touchdown there, bringing up 3rd and 2 for Carr, who goes underneath, and Johnson, they give it to him. I don't think he got there, but it's not worth challenging with 2:30 left in this game. Carr, again, going underneath, and that doesn't get him far. Trevor Penning ends up shaking up on the play. 2:23 left, 2nd and goal. Alvin Kamara gets a carry, jukes, and goes in. We lose our shutout with 2.5 minutes left in the game. That's disappointing, man. I was hoping to get that, as they're going to decide to go for 2 and go to the end zone, and that's Jawan Jennings not getting his foot down. Jawan Johnson. I watched too much Niners football this season, as they're going to attempt the onside kick, and Trey Tucker recovers that one. That's going to seal this game up. The Raiders get a victory. It's been a long time coming. We got to feel good about ourselves. Maybe we can finally get ourselves a winning streak, as we're going to take on the Indianapolis Colts in the next game. 23-6 is your final here today. Man, I wish we could play the Saints every week. Honestly, Russell Wilson looked awesome. He did exactly what we needed. He didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he managed the game well, got the touchdowns, and Damian Harris on the ground was very, very, very impressive. Honestly, he had, I think, one of the better games we've ever had in this series with a running back, even though we had Josh Jacobs for a year and a half. As we go ahead and take a look at our defensive stats, Nate Hobbs and Max Crosby led us in tackles. Crosby had 3 TFLs, man. He showed up today. He also added a QB sack, along with Akeem Davis-Gaither and Jerry Tillery. We had 2 picks, one by Hobbs, one by Jacorian Bennett. Both of them were crucial in killing drives for the Saints. Derek Carr really did struggle. He could complete the passes, but he had turnovers. On the ground, Alvin Kamara did nothing against us. Really, their only receiving threat that burned us was Jawan Johnson. Chris Olave had a couple big plays, but overall, we held him in check pretty well, as Demario Davis had 13 tackles and Pete Werner had 12. They had tackles all over the field, but honestly, Larry Ogunjobi was the only one that I think made a bunch of splash plays, as he had 3 TFLs, 2 sacks. Tim Settle did get in there and get a sack, but overall, this was a good game by the Raiders, both on offense and defense. Taking a look at your playoff bracket quick before we head to the next game. As you can see in the AFC, it's the Ravens leading the way, and in the NFC, it's the Minnesota Vikings. Looking at your standings, you know the Commanders, Bears, and Saints all only have 1 victory, so that second win dropped us all the way to number 4 and potentially could put us as low as 5. We actually have a lot of really bad teams this year, so there's a chance we don't get the pick we thought we were going to get, as we're going to do some upgrades. Colton Miller, we're going to go ahead and upgrade his agile rating, and that helps him out quite a bit. Next up's Byron Young. We're just going to go straight into run stopper and improve his overall. He's up to a 72 now with some block shedding, which we need. Thayer Munford's going to get an upgrade. He's up to a 69. Next up is Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. He's up to a 67 overall. He gets throw under pressure and throw short. That's good. And then Briley Moore, our third string tight end, is going to get an upgrade here. And that's a solid upgrade for him, as we're going to go ahead and upgrade Coach Jim Caldwell coming out of that victory. We had the ability and we decided to go into eye for talent and upgrade that one. So let's get into our game against the Indianapolis Colts now. We're going to have to take on dynamic young quarterback Anthony Richardson in this one. And as a Gator fan, I'm rooting for this kid. He's a great person. And, you know, sometimes that's all you root for. And he has so much talent, it's ridiculous. And we're going to see this Colts offense first as A.J. Cole's going to punt it down there. And honestly, they're just going to take a knee. Kickoffs are so boring. I can't wait for the new NFL rule to take effect next season, as Richardson's had a tough season in this game. And honestly, we hope to see him do better than that in real life, because, man, that gives you a little hope for the future with stats like that, as he completely misses it to begin the game, and then Jonathan Taylor bails him out by picking up 12, giving him a fresh set of downs. Let's see if Richardson can get going now as he goes down the field to Jonathan Taylor, who burned Divine Diablo and almost beat Merrig. He's all the way down to the 22. That was a huge 41-yard wheel route to Jonathan Taylor, as they're going to go right back to it, only this time it's to their tight end, and that goes for a touchdown. Isaiah Likely, the former Raven, goes in for 6. The Colts are going to take a 7-0 lead here today, as Russell Wilson takes the field, and 13 touchdowns, 7 picks, and 1,872 yards are pretty darn good for the Raiders, as they go to Damian Harris on the ground for the first down. That's a great 12-yard carry to begin his day, carrying the momentum over he built last week in our victory over the New Orleans Saints. He had 124 yards. That was such a good performance, as Russ tucks, runs, and gets the first down. That's a 7-yard gain, keeping this opening drive going. Right back to Harris. Actually, I was wrong. That's play action. We're looking to take a shot, and that didn't work, man. Jacoby Myers was well covered on that play, and luckily we welcomed Davante Adams back for this game, so hopefully that will aid in getting our winning streak going, as it's 3rd and 10 for Russ, and he throws it quick to Michael Mayer, who's open. He beat Shaq Leonard for the first down. What a big play. So we're going to hand it off, and that's Jakeem Grant getting taken down by DeForest Buckner. Such an underrated D lineman, man. He is insanely good, as Russ is going to pass, and that's Trey Tucker, who holds on in traffic. You're going to see a little bit more of him down the stretch, as again we're going to pass, and that's Davante Adams making the reception this time, getting the first down at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal now for the Raiders. I think they should maybe run it, and they actually run an RPO to Trey Tucker, who goes in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They're going to tie this game up at 7. They are actually going blow for blow with teams lately, and maybe even outplaying some of them. That really does give us hope. Like I said, it's been such a disappointing season, as that's a good pass by Anthony Richardson. We thought that could have been picked. However, Josh Downs gets the first down. It's 3rd and 5, though, later on that drive, and that was a terrible throw. Jonathan Taylor was open. Nate Hobbs should have picked that one off, as that forces the Colts to settle for a long field goal attempt from Matt Gay. That is up and good. That was from like 54 yards out. Colts take a 10-7 lead here, as we're going to run some play action with Russ, who moves and finds Davante Adams wide open down the field. He's across midfield out to the 47-yard line. That's a big play, as it's 3rd and 2 now for the Raiders, and that is going to be barely a first down. Damian Harris with the tough run to end the first quarter. It's 10-7, like I said, and this has been a pretty evenly matched game. And honestly, again, you can make the argument that the Raiders are playing slightly better on offense, as Russ is looking to pass, standing in the pocket, finding Davante Adams, who outruns the safety and gets down to the 15-yard line. What a big play. You love to see a player at his age still be able to pull away from defenders there, as Jakeem Grant's going to get a carry and show off his explosiveness as he goes for the first down, setting up a 1st and goal for Damian Harris. He gets the ball, and he couldn't get in. That was a good play by the Colts defense. They rallied and got him down, bringing up 2nd and goal. Russ to the end zone, and that was nearly picked. Isaac Baldwin gets hurt in the play, our starting center. That could be a big problem, as we're going to throw a screen out there to Damian Harris, who puts his shoulder down and goes through Zaire Franklin for the touchdown. The Raiders are going to take a lead here, 14-10 in this one. And as you can see, abdominal tear is what the injury is to Isaac Baldwin. And in Madden, that's probably like at least a 4-week injury, maybe longer, possibly less. But for a starting center to go down, and our rookie, he was our 2nd-round pick, and he's shown that he is pretty injury prone, and it's a risk we probably shouldn't have taken, but his talent's there, and I think if he can ever stay healthy, he might be able to develop for us. The Colts have driven down the field on this drive, as Isaiah Likely is going to get another reception and take that for a first down. down to the 24-yard line. They're in position to take the lead in this one as Jonathan Taylor gets the carry. That's a 2-yard gain. They're at the 22-yard line. Taylor looked a little slow getting up, but he's going to stay in the game as Richardson steps up in the pocket, and he actually went sideways instead of up. That led to the incompletion, and it's 3rd and 8 now. Richardson moving in the pocket, breaking a tackle. Max Crosby still able to get over there. Akeem Davis-Gaither almost had the sack. That should force the Colts to settle for 3. Matt Gay's kick is up and right down the middle. 14-13 is your score here. The Raiders have a chance to extend their lead with 4 minutes left in the half. Russ feeling no pressure, stepping up in the pocket, getting the first down. He goes down, luckily without fumbling, and I was a little worried there at the end of that one. 2nd and 11 now for Russ, looking to pass, feeling pressure, getting it off just in time to Jacoby Myers, up past midfield and all the way to the 42-yard line. That's a big play, and a play that we usually don't make, as it's 3rd and 3 now, and Russ finds Trey Tucker, but he couldn't hold on. Zaire Franklin clocked him, forcing us to settle for the long field goal attempt from Daniel Carlson. That is up and good. That gives the Raiders a 17-13 lead here. Minute 33 left in the half. They go down the field, and that's a completed pass to Tutu Atwell from Anthony Richardson. 1st and 10 as he's again going to go down the field. This time it's Michael Pittman finding the ball. They are going to review this one, and it looks like it's not going to be upheld. His foot was out of bounds, so now it's 3rd and 10 for the Colts, and Richardson feeling no pressure. He throws it to Tutu Atwell, who holds on. Nate Hobbs couldn't get in front of that ball in time. 50 seconds left in the half. They're going to go down the field and find an open receiver. That was a big play right there to Ashton Doolin. So 46 seconds. They're at the 18-yard line. They have plenty of time. Michael Pittman drops that one, though, in front of Jeff Okudah. Bringing up 2nd down for Richardson. Again, feeling no pressure. And this time he finds an open Josh Downs, who breaks the tackle and goes in for 6. That's going to give the Colts a lead here. 20-17. The Colts haven't led it all today, but they got it together as they're heading into halftime. The Raiders were feeling pretty good about themselves, but man, they just couldn't hold it together there. It's been a good half of football, though, for the offenses. Defenses, on the other hand, well, they have a lot of improvement to do. Let's see what they can do in the second half, as this time it's going to be the Raiders opening up with the ball, and Gabriel Bowens just takes a knee instead of trying to take it out here. Russ throws it quick to Devontae Adams, who breaks the tackle. He gets out across the 40 up to the 44-yard line. That's a huge play to get this drive going, as it's now 2nd and 10. Russ, feeling no pressure, finds Devontae once again for the first down out to the 42-yard line across midfield. So 3rd and 5 now. Russ got a pass, and he finds Michael Mayer underneath. 1st down, Raiders keeping this drive going. They're at the 24-yard line. Let's see if they can get a tutty on this drive. Damian Harris getting a carry, and he should have cut that one back inside. He missed a big opportunity there. 2nd and 8 now following that missed opportunity. We're going to go to Michael Mayer, who drops it. You can't do that, man. It's 3rd and 8 now. Raiders got a pass, and Devontae Adams couldn't get to that one, forcing us to have to settle for 3 here. So if this kick is good by Carlson, it'll be tied at 20, and the kick is up, and it is good. So we're at 20 all here, which is quite impressive in the 3rd quarter. It's been a pretty good game. Let's see if we can stop Anthony Richardson, who's suddenly gotten hot through the air as he finds Isaiah Likely all the way out to the 49-yard line. That's a 26-yard pass. The Colts are looking to answer quick on this drive as Richardson, feeling no pressure, throws again. This time Pittman actually holds on. He has a ton of drops in this game in key situations, as it's 1st and 10 now. Richardson getting out of the pocket, and he can't quite get to the edge. That's Robert Spillane taking him down for the sack. And then on the next play, they're going to go to Pittman quick, and that's going to pick up 9, setting up a 3rd and inches for Jonathan Taylor, who easily converts it up the middle and pushes ahead all the way down to the 4. What a run. So 1st and goal, they're going to go to their fullback, CJ Ham, and nobody was prepared for that. Touchdown, Colts. They take a 27-20 lead here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if the Raiders can answer, as Russell Wilson's on the move, and he's going to go underneath to Briley Moore, who finds all sorts of space and is out of bounds up around midfield at the 49-yard line. So now 3rd and 12 following that big play. Russ goes underneath. That's Jacoby Myers, who gets to the sticks. That was a great play. That was great foresight by Russell Wilson, seeing that Myers could get the angle there we needed. Russ looking to pass. It's a screen to Damian Harris, who finds a lot of space. That's a 1st down at the 13-yard line. And that ends the 3rd quarter with the Raiders trailing this one 27-20. It's been an offensive masterpiece from both the Raiders and the Colts, honestly. They've been affected on the ground and through the air as they go to Damian Harris, and that's a short gain of just 3. setting up second down, and it's going to be play action. They're looking to get to the end zone. Russ takes a shot. Michael Mayer can't quite hold on. However, we challenge it, and we lose. So it's still 3rd and 7. Russ goes to the end zone once again, and this time, Jakobi Meyers hangs on. We're going to tie this game up at 27. We have a back-and-forth offensive affair here today. With 9.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they go down the field, and that's Tutu Atwell juking out Jeff Okudah, and he's all the way across midfield and down to the 38-yard line. What a huge play by the Colts as Richardson again has an open receiver. That's Isaiah Likely all the way down to the 10-yard line. Come on, defense. You're failing us in the biggest moment here. Richardson moving in the pocket. This time he goes down. That's a sack for Tyree Wilson. What a play there. So 2nd and 17 now. They try to go back to that wheel route, and that was swatted down by Akeem Davis-Gate there. 3rd and very long for Anthony Richardson. He's going to go to the end zone and miss Josh Downs. That's going to force them to probably have to settle for 3, which is not great in this situation, as it is up, and Matt Gay's kick is good. 30-27. The Colts are leading with 7.5 minutes left in this game. Let's see what the Raiders can do to answer. Gabriel Bowens on the return here from about the goal line. He has all sorts of space, and look at this, man. He's across midfield. As long as there's no flags, this is probably going to be another touchdown return for Gabriel Bowens. What an impact this rookie has made. He may not be the best receiver, but on special teams, he is a beast. In the new Maddens with the new kickoff rules, this kid would be unstoppable, as that's his 3rd kick return already this season. And the Raiders take a 34-30 lead here today with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left or so. The Colts toss it out here to Jonathan Taylor with 5 minutes left in the game, and he gets the edge, and he is gone. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. It's up to Merrig, and he couldn't get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. They retake the lead here today, 37-34. With 4 minutes left in this game, the Raiders take over, needing a field goal at least. Russell Wilson finds Michael Mayer. However, he ends up a yard short, and we have to punt it back to the Colts. That's a risky decision, but I think it was the right one. Anthony Richardson finds Tutu Atwell, though, for a big play out to the 42-yard line. Again, looking for the big play. Richardson on the move. This time he runs into Tyree Wilson, who takes him down. That's a sack, backing him up to 2nd and 14. With 2:18 left in the game. Oh my, no way. Richardson just threw that to Jeff Okudah, who picks it off. He might go back. Richardson gets him out of bounds, but we take over at the 8-yard line with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Russ goes underneath. That's Robert Tunyon getting the completion there. We're going to go to the 2-minute warning. Now let's see what we can do here. Russ to the end zone. Touchdown. That's going to be Davante Adams holding on. Now we are going to need a stop. That's the scary part. Our defense hasn't gotten one all day, really. Now it's the most critical moment in the game, and we need one. Richardson on the move, going down the field. Michael Pittman's wide open. That's a huge play all the way down to the 41-yard line. Minute 23 left. Richardson underneath. That's a completion to Atwell that goes nowhere. So 2nd and 6. A lot of time off the clock here. There's just about a minute left in the game now. Underneath to Jonathan Taylor, who finds all sorts of space and wisely steps out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 1:01 left, needing a touchdown. Richardson moving, breaking the sack. He's going to get taken down by Tillery and fumble the ball. That's Marcus Epps with the recovery. 54 seconds left in this game. They still have 3 timeouts, so we need a first down. We go to Damian Harris. That's a short gain. 2nd down, play action. What are we doing, man? But we find an open Jakobi Meyers. First down, Raiders. This should seal it up after this run to Damian Harris, and he goes down. Nope, they're going to run one more pass. That's going to be Davante Adams getting the first down, and it's officially over here. The Raiders are going to be on a winning streak. They've won 2 in a row, 41-37 in shootout fashion over the Colts. What a game that was, man. That was one of the best games I've played all season. It was just fun. The last game we dominated. This one was a fun game, and honestly, it's been a long time since I've had fun playing Madden. I enjoyed this game quite a bit, and I do think this team's starting to figure it out. But the problem is we did play 2 teams that I honestly don't think are that good. So that's kind of the problem. You know, we can play good games against bad teams, but when we play better teams, we don't compete hardly at all, and that's what we need to figure out. I'm still happy we're on a 2-game win streak, though. I'll take it. It's not something we've had at all in this series, really. So it just feels good to finally have a little bit of fun and think that we're moving forward with this team and we're progressing finally and figuring out ways to win. As Russell Wilson played the best game of his time with the Raiders, I believe. He was fantastic, man. He did everything right for us. And this is exactly why I made the trade for him. I know he probably won't be our long-term answer at quarterback. And honestly, I do expect to take a quarterback in this draft. But I will say this, coming out of this season and the way he's played lately, I think he's earned himself a chance to at least come back and be our backup. He's going to regress, which is something to worry about, but I think he'll be back with us. As Isaac Baldwin suffered an abdominal tear, he's going to miss 4 games. We knew that was going to be a problem, and Russell Wilson did get your player of the week for that performance. He was fantastic, like I said. I'm just thankful for the way he played and the way our team's played lately, and we're heading into our bye week. We had a very late bye week. We're going to stay grinding and get that XP. We're not going to the playoffs, so I'm not worried about morale or any of that. I just need the XP to try to develop our players. It's the only way we can get better. Tyree Wilson gets an upgrade here following that reward, and that's going to take him up to an 86 overall. He gets +4 awareness. Next up's Jacoby Myers. We go in the deep threat. I figured try something different and see if we could develop him all around. He gets an ability slot because he's a superstar. Next up's Devin Singletary. I go into receiving back. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have, but I need to make him a little bit better for us if I decide to keep him. Dorrance Armstrong, one of our backup edge rushers, gets an upgrade. He's up to a 77. He probably won't be back next year. Dylan Parham gets an upgrade. That gets him up to a 76 overall, which is nice. Next up's Malcolm Kuntz. That's going to get him up to a 67. We got a lot of upgrades based off of that, as we also had David and Nye get one. He's not a good player. We're just going to upgrade him and try to get him a little bit better. Hopefully he's not good enough to make our team next season. Looking at the playoffs, it's still the Ravens in the AFC, but in the NFC, it's the Falcons leading the way. The Eagles and Steelers are your 7 seeds, so they really have to watch their spot in the playoffs. We'll have to see if they're able to do anything. Looking at the draft order here, you can see the Commanders and Seahawks still only have 1 win. The Bears, Browns only have 2. Lions, Raiders, and Broncos all have 3. And if we keep this win streak alive, the Colts have 4, and they will be ahead of us. So we have to be careful as we're looking at some of these teams. Our next episode is going to feature the Chargers and the Broncos. Now, that's going to be a tough matchup. Them Chargers give us a massive problem every time we take them on. And then the Broncos with Jack Garola, we hope to get our revenge. They beat us earlier. I want to beat Garola. But I'm LDJ11. I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back with more Raiders franchise soon. I'm out.
A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going on.